then I'll just keep rambling a little bit and then start talking. Yeah, how about now? Welcome to today's 15 minutes exercise. Today I've got a brewski. This is an Elysian. And let me read you the description if I can. It is a phase dust. Oh man, let me try it. You didn't see me dumping any on the ground. Nope, I can't read that in the dark. All right, well, it is obviously a play on there. Space dust has the, whatever I just said, the phase dust. And I like this. A little fruitier, not too bad. What I'm actually going to talk about today is the Volvo XC70. If you saw my short from yesterday, then you'll know that I got the rear lifted. However, I still don't have the front lifted. I'm still waiting on two parts to get that put back together. One of the parts is a driver's side CV axle from Spalding's Auto Parts. And hopefully that's here by Friday. The other part is some washer-like things, spacers, for the CV axle. Those are coming from a guy in Colorado, just some random guy who started up a store, and he actually shipped them out, I think 2 days ago, and I noticed that they weren't actually making any progress, and he also noticed this, so he actually reshipped them out today. And so I'm really appreciative of that. Hopefully they get here by this weekend. I've been very impressed with his small business. Oh man, let me go. The video is going to get a bit worse. And now I just realized I might have been cut off while I changed apps. But yeah, Slab Motion Products. And one of his only products, I believe his products are cigarette valve stem caps. But the one that I was interested in, obviously, was the spacers for the CV axles, for putting XC90 CV axles in an XC70. And hopefully those will be here by this weekend. And I cannot be more weekend. And I will be... Oh man, am I losing connection? I might be. I'll be able to put this over the weekend, and I will be able to... go on my adventure in under 2 weeks now. I am cutting this very close. Yeah, I wish I'd been smarter about this and cut it a little less close. Hello to those just joining. I'm walking home from Trivia. Got a brewski from a gas station somewhere over in that direction, and I'm talking about my XC70 in the lift. I got the rear done, but I still have to put the front back together, which may or may not go well depending on when parts get here, because I need to have the vehicle on the road on an adventure a week Friday, which sounds crazy, and I need to have the vehicle hopefully put back together by Sunday so I can have time to edit those videos. You can thank this church behind me for the lighting right now, by the way. They have some street lights put up. I'm not gonna lie, I am quite stressed about my hairline. No, I'm kidding. I'm quite stressed about the parts getting here in time and me having it back together. I'm just not sure they're gonna make it in time, and I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to have it together in time for the road trip, in which case I honestly have probably have a couple options. I can either... No, I can't. See, that's the thing. I can't even put it back together as it is because I destroyed the OEM CV axle trying to transplant it to the new one. You'll see all that in the video. But yeah, considering I destroyed the C axle to try to transplant to the new one, which by the way failed. I don't even have that option. And yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, my other option, I guess, is to rent a Jeep or some stuff for this road trip. And I really don't want to do that. I guess I have a third option, which is to postpone it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hopefully I can get the XC70 back together, because I know that's what subscribers to this channel want, and that's what I want. I want to try. Dude, can you imagine how good of the video would be if I was driving an untested lifted XC70 across, you know, like 3,000 miles off-road? I'm very glad you got proposed to. I cannot say I relate, but good for you. And how's it going? It's going very good, if I do say so myself. I appreciate you all tuning in. Feel free to ask any questions. I'm going to keep walking. It's about a 1.5 mile walk total, and I'm probably a quarter mile, half mile into it. So we're not too far. The night is going, it's going excellent. Actually, we got second place in trivia. We were doing trivia over at Emrys, which is in Liberty Lake. And I am terrible at trivia. My partner Leah is pretty decent. And so she carried us, and we got second place, which was like $15 off. What's my content about? I mostly do camping. However, my cars break a lot, so I also work on my cars to fix them so I can go camping. It's sort of a cyclical type thing. Yeah, and these daily walks, as far as the go, I just go on a walk every day, because that was a resolution of mine for 2025. But the long form content is usually working on cars, or god damn, that Nissan was hauling ass. But my long form content is usually working on cars or going camping. But yeah, the short form stuff is usually going on walks or Menko the cat. But yeah, and tonight I'm walking a little extra than. I call this series the 15 minutes of exercise, because that was my minimum goal for 2025, is just to get out every day and do at least 15 minutes exercise. And a lot of times I do more, but every day I want to do at least 15 minutes. So yeah, dude, long walks, they're obviously great. I also, as you might be able to see, I love a long walk at night. Not to mention with a brewski, which in America isn't generally completely legal. So, oh, I appreciate your sub, Douglas. I have my DPI on my phone. Generally, when I'm not doing streaming, I like text to be pretty small. But, so I have the DPI very small on my phone, so text is very small. But during this live stream, I'm really realizing that that might be a mistake, because I can barely read the live chat. But I do appreciate your sub. Like, I'm having to do the old man thing of bringing my phone close to my face to read the chat. But yeah, right now I'm currently working on, as I mentioned, I think earlier in the stream when no one was watching, I'm working on the XC70. That's another thing I like doing. I like taking vehicles that don't really belong off-road. I have a 1993 Subaru Loyale that I've modified for off-road use, as well as a 2004 Crown Victoria that has been lifted with knobby tires. And currently I'm working on my 2007 Volvo XC70 to make it more off-road capable. So I guess I would say that's what makes my channel distinct from others. I'm not just taking your average Jeep out. I'm taking vehicles that probably shouldn't be out in the woods, which I find really fun. So yeah, I would be doing this whether I was making videos about it or not, but I also really enjoy making the videos. What state? So I live in Spokane. So I do anything in eastern, honestly anything in Washington State and northern Idaho. But I do have a trip planned upcoming for northeastern Wyoming no, yes, northeastern Wyoming and northwestern South Dakota. I love a good road trip, so we're gonna go. And honestly, that's another thing I do. I hit fire lookouts. So if your state has fire lookouts in it, I'm coming for you. But I find fire lookouts to be so interesting to go to because no matter which lookout you go to, you're getting a great view. There's a challenge to get up there. It's all the makings for a great experience as well as a great video. So that's what I love so much about fire lookouts. Plus, living in Spokane, Eastern Washington, there are just so many around here, though I am starting to have to branch out further, which is why I'm taking a week-long trip to South Dakota and Wyoming. But I appreciate the questions. They're good ones. And it gives me something to talk about. And also, sorry the lighting's so bad. But I do like a late night walk. Honestly, it's time for me to switch hands. Oh boy. Oh God. I'm gonna stop and grab the beer with my right hand. All right, we're good to go. Just switch hands here. I probably got like 3/4 of a mile to go. And yes, I understand if you're watching in metric units, that probably hurts to hear. And I wish we used metric units here, but I'm used to the standard stuff. It is a nice night out tonight. Let me see. You're not going to see me for a second, but I'm going to check the temperature. It is 72 out right now, so it is a great, great night for a walk. Man, I just realized thinking about the XC70 how stressed and excited I am for the road trip. Like, if I can get the XC70 done in time, I'm excited, but if I can't, well, either way, I'm stressed. The long form videos on the XC70 will be out not this Friday, but a week from this Friday. Oh God, I'm having to do the old man thing. Tent camping or camping style? I do tent camping almost exclusively, or hammock camping, because campers would not go to where I want to go. Though I will say, I don't know if I've really announced this on the channel, but I will say, I have been considering building a sort of trailer camper on my utility trailer. As in my career, I'm allowed to work from home half the time. And so I think it would be neat to work from home out of my trailer half the time. But yeah, for now it's just tent camping and hammock camping. Because hauling a trailer up to some of the places I go, it doesn't work. It would not work. And there's no place to turn it around. A great example of that is the recent trip I took in the Crown Vic with a good friend of mine, Cooper. And yeah, that would not have worked with a trailer. The Volvo, though, it does tow trailers. And I really want to build or get an off-road trailer, but I still just don't know. I think it would be really limiting. So I'm still conflicted. I am, however, getting the itch for a summer road trip come next summer. Not this summer, but next summer. And so over the winter, I could build a camper trailer up to my specifications. Plus, I just did learn how to weld, which I think that video is going to come out on Friday. So I could use my new skills as well as some woodworking to get myself together a frame for a camper on the old utility trailer. So that is tempting. I don't know if I'll actually have time or desire or whatever to get around to it, but I really would like to work out of that for a week, because I could basically take a week-long vacation without taking any time off work. And obviously I'd still have to work, but hell, working from a camper with a view, you know, outside, out of a mountain, you know. That's pretty crazy, and that sounds like something I'd enjoy being part of. A Camaro just drove past me, and it was not quiet. And yeah, I appreciate your support. Right on, man. Indeed. You know, as I approach home here, why don't I talk about why I started a YouTube channel? I'm assuming most people watching, all one of them, thanks Douglas. Again, I need to make the text larger on my phone. Why did I start a YouTube channel? It's because I realized I was kind of doing some cool stuff. I was rebuilding some cars, going on some crazy camping trips in my Crown Vic, and I was like, you know, this stuff is interesting. I'm gonna forget it if I don't keep track of it, and so maybe I should put some effort into making some videos. And you know, if I'm gonna make those videos, I might as well throw them up on YouTube. I guess that's about it. I made it sound like it was gonna be a long ass story, but, or I suppose long story, as the kids say nowadays. But it really isn't. It's just that simple. I wanted to be able to look back on my life and say, hey, this is what I was doing. I don't know if I'll ever have kids, but, you know, show them the videos if I ever do. But I am approaching home now, so at some point in the near future I'd like to end the stream, but I will answer a few more questions. I don't know if that one's worth answering, but I appreciate you stopping by the stream. All right, it's getting really dark in this section, and I don't see any live viewers, so I appreciate you all stopping by. I'm about home. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow and again on Friday. Thanks, and bye.